Kaljulaid. She is the President of the Republic of Estonia. She is right here in the Situation Room on Spice FM. We are also live on KTN Home, on KTN News. We are live streaming the show all over the world on our digital platforms. Your Excellency, allow me now to plug in Kenya nicely. We have a well-educated population. We are very well placed geographically. Kenya is actually, if not the leading, one of the leading IT and innovation hubs in Africa. Now, you've talked about very many opportunities, for example, E-Residency and Kenyans being able to apply, and then, of course, you'll vet them. What other ways can this population in this country benefit or even contribute to this global conversation about digitization? For example, we are very good with online jobs.
We both can contribute to the global community, and we were, for example, yesterday discussing with President Kenyatta that we need to make sure that globally no child gets lost, that we know who is born where to whom, so we could offer them vaccination, education, monitor there is no child trafficking, etc. And this can only happen if globally we register the birth of every baby online. Estonians do it, but we are not a good example because everybody says, but you are in Europe and you are rich and all this. But there are little hubs of digital development where digital IDs actually exist, and Kenya is one of those. So Kenya could be the role model for the rest of the continent. And also I think you have some other conditions which are met to operate a kind of mobile registration into a population registry of babies, because you use M-Pesa. And you don't need, much more complicated system to register birth of a baby, for example. And this way you get the digital citizen when you get the citizen, and they grow up digital. And then you can actually, offer them all other services. And because you have this digital ID, you are able to demonstrate to all your neighbors, how this can be properly done, that, people have easy access to services and government is not leaving anyone behind. And we found that this could be really something where we could together contribute to the global development, for example. And of course, there are numerous other ways. If you move forward with digital service provision, your colleagues, particularly in the East African community, definitely will follow. You plug in nicely into Smart Africa, of course. Yeah. And I've never seen in any multilateral forum a bigger willingness to use technology to leapfrog than African Union Summit. There is such a readiness to move ahead, but many countries do not know where to begin. And you serve as a local role model, I believe. And of course, it's also, what I can also say is that economically, of course, the first ones always win. So if you move faster, it will not only be a role model, but also a beneficial way to develop your economy. And I really, I trust this local kind of digital thinking to really allow you to move forward.
We thank you very much for joining us, Your Excellency. You're told that you need to leave, and we appreciate that you've come to us. You're going to the Strathmore University later today. Just tell us about the program that you have.
Well, meanwhile, I'm also going to meet several UN bodies, and then in the university we will discuss digital development and opportunities on leapfrogging with that. Later we'll have a business seminar, because we don't have not only, companies who do public digital services provision, but as I already talked about, Space Trip and Team Better, we have others with us who are seeking their niche in Kenyan ecosystem. And for example, we are launching with OPIC, which is an Estonian education startup, a program here where they are digitizing all Kenyan school curriculum to have it, digitally available. Textbooks and also exercise books and all this. So you can, from online, teachers can send exercises. Imagine what the opportunity for really egalitarian school system creation this gives you. So this is also part of the program, for example. So there are many opportunities. Follow us, what we're doing, and you see that we can really do many things, but always together, because, Estonian companies are tiny. They are very beneficial partners because they need local partners. Our workforce is extremely tiny, 650,000 people. Bolt alone, actually, which is also Estonian unicorn, they have 300,000 people in their workforce. Estonian companies always hire locally. And this, I believe, is also a benefit for close cooperation.
Indeed it is. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for joining us in the Situation Room today. And as you go back to Estonia, as you say goodbye to office, because this is your final trip